Alright, gardening fans, here we are back for our July 29th update. A little update on the container garden. Here's my bucket of squash, 2 buckets, 2 different kinds of squash. Maybe someone can tell me why I have no squash. I have lots of blooms, lots of flowers. They don't seem to pollinate and create any squash, so that's a little frustrating. My potatoes are looking a little ratty. Still making new leaves, but looking a little rough. I don't know how the potatoes are doing down in the 2 feet of dirt, but I'm hopeful. Here's my Brussels sprouts. Hopefully you can see inside. We're starting to see some real little sprouts in there. That should be interesting as it goes. Same as before, this one has some height on it, the other one doesn't. Here we have the 3 buckets of tomatoes and snap peas. We've eaten all the snap peas out of it, and now the tomatoes are starting to ripen. We've been enjoying those. Expect another month of tomatoes and blossoms. We ate the 1 big beet, and now a 2nd and 3rd are following up. The cauliflower is really freaky. Has anybody had any luck with cauliflower and know why mine is growing like this? Never grown cauliflower before, but that just can't be right. They're alive. Here's the wheat I was growing, and it's starting to get near harvestable, I think. Pull back and show you the amazing amaranth. It's already 6 feet tall and still growing strong. You can see the heads on the, I think it's the burgundy, that are nice and big, and the little red one next to it is a little less. It's been chasing it the whole summer. We'll see if it ever catches up, but gonna end up with a lot of that. It's interesting, there are 2 big plants doing well in a small square 4-gallon bucket, so maybe next year in the 6-gallon buckets I'll try growing 3. They seem to not mind the crowding. There's another cauliflower with that same strange nature. This bucket of potatoes is doing better. Leaves look much more lively. Here's one of the cukes, and there's the other of the cukes. We harvested 4 or 5 real nice ones, and now more are chasing after it. There's the tall, I'm talking 9 or 10 feet tall garden beans. And we had a nice crop of those, had a meal of them, and now a whole bunch more are following. So we'll get a 2nd and maybe a 3rd. Here's that small Brussels sprouts. Do not understand why it refuses to extend and make room for the little sprouts. Maybe someone's had experience with that. Here's one kind of red tomato, very slow in producing flowers and tomatoes. Here are those sweet potatoes. These are the Georgia Jet, and they seem to produce less leaves and act less vine-like. Whereas, as I mentioned, this one is the, oh, what was it called? Beauregard, I guess. And that's practically filled the cage now. I hope we have a whole tub of sweet potatoes. There's another one of those golden cherry tomatoes, the yellow kind we like. You can still see a few snap peas left on the vine. They'll be our last few now that it's almost August. And here's those Power Poppers tomatoes. I have never seen a tomato plant grow so many tomatoes in such a small place. But they're now just hitting red, and we're about to start enjoying these. We hope they're nice and sweet like the golden ones we like. You can see the Kamut in the background. Some of it has survived, and I'll be harvesting some. And then finally, those ground cherry tomatoes. Look how crazy tall they've gotten. even taking away the buckets, they've got to be 4 feet tall. And amazing number of the cherry tomatoes inside. Not sure if you can see them, but I think they're going to produce quite a crop. Be interesting to eat them and see what they taste like. If you've had them before, please post a comment below and tell us what your experience has been. So that's everything. As you can see here at the end of July, most things seem to be doing pretty well. And just disappointed with the squash and with the cauliflower. Still enjoying the buckets, looking forward next year to going with all the 6-gallon. And I think I'm going to use the square ones and cut them into these potato towers and maybe grow 4, 5, 6 batches of potatoes rather. All right, hope you enjoyed this. As I mentioned, I'm preparing a video on the building of those 6-gallon self-watering containers. So watch my little channel here, and in the next week or two I'll post it. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll do one more update at the end of summer and let you know how things finished up. Thanks, bye-bye.